Hola. All right, we are back for the writing portion of our magnetism work for the week. All right, so if you remember from the first video, the objective was today I will continue the new unit of forces and magnetism by making observations of a photograph. We did that, and you sent me in your first pictures with your first answers to those questions. Then we read pages 4 through 8 in The Attractive Truth About Magnetism in order to gather evidence and information that will support us when we're answering these two questions. Now, these are the two questions that you are to answer on your next sheet of paper and take a picture and send it in to me. Okay, this week we're not doing the edge elastic. If you actually, I'll put it on there. I'll put it on edge elastic if you're somebody who wants to type it up and practice your typing skills. But if you, for the most part, I just want people to write this on a piece of paper and send it in to me, taking a picture of it. But like I said, I will go ahead and upload these two questions on Edge Elastic so you can practice typing for those of you who want to. All right, but these are the two questions. All right. How does magnetic force flow through a magnetic field? That was the first question. How does a magnetic force, how does this force, the force that we talked about in the first video, how does it work? How does it flow through a magnetic field? That's basically what you're answering. How does this magnetic force flow through a magnetic field? And then it says use details from page 6 and 7 to support your response. Make sure to use races in your response. All right. So I have R&A for you that you were supposed to copy this question down and write it on your piece of paper. Or you see this question in your open response on Edge Elastic and you're going in and you're typing. Okay, R&A. Magnetic forces flow through magnetic fields by, I restated it for you. So a lot of these questions and these points, you're getting some of the points because I'm helping you, knowing that I'm not near you to be able to go through this one-on-one. But magnetic forces flow through the magnetic fields by, you tell me how. How do these forces flow? Okay, cite evidence. It says you have to make sure you use races. You already know. If we have R&A right here for you, and you know that you now need to find C, citing evidence. You have to go back to the text. And I made it easier for you because some of you are probably like, oh, I don't want to go to the last video and find all the text. I put the text right here in these nice little boxes for you. So you can literally read pages 6 and 7, and it continues over here. And then you can actually read page 8 for the second question. So there's no excuse. I should see R&A, and I should see you citing evidence word for word. Million, you were finding some good quotes. Just using you for an example. You're finding some good quotes, but you are not using word for word. You're telling me off the top of your head, oh, I think this is what it said, da, da, da. You are one of the top writers in class. You know how to find word for word text. Or quotes from the text, right? We talked about it in our last week's video, explicit evidence. Explicit evidence means I literally have to go to the text and find word for word the quote that makes sense. Okay, so when you're explaining to me magnetic forces flow through magnetic fields by, give me the answer and find a quote that proves that answer from right here. All you have to do is pause my screen. This whole video, the screen is going to be right here. Pause this screen and read it and find a quote, write it down. Find the quote that you see in here that you think makes the most sense. Write it down. Then it says R.A.C.E. Explain. This supports my claim because why does that quote work? Why did you pick that quote instead of a random quote from over here? Why did you pick that quote? Why does that quote answer that question? This supports my claim because, and lastly, S in races. In conclusion, you're concluding everything back together. In conclusion, magnetic forces flow through magnetic fields by da da da. You're kind of just restating your answer in a way. You're like telling the reader yet again that you know. All this is to organize your writing, organize your thinking. How can I make sure that people know what I'm saying? Restated the question, answered the question, I cited evidence, I explained my evidence, and then I told you, in conclusion, I'm a boss, I know how to write. In conclusion, this is what I said, right? And then the second question, Will one south magnetic pole and another south magnetic pole ever be attracted to one another? We answered that question in our last video. This one was kind of like right in your face. Okay, but use evidence from the text to support your answer. Whenever it says use evidence, even if it never says, make sure to use races. Always use races. That always organizes your thinking. You never can go wrong if you organize your thinking. Well, if you have the wrong answer, but at least you have it organized. All right. So I already restated some of it for you too. I restated yes or no. I'm not giving you the answer. You're going to give me the answer based on what you found out. So you're either going to say yes, one south magnetic pole and another south magnetic pole will be attracted to one another because, or your answer is going to say no, one south magnetic pole and another south magnetic pole will not be attracted to one another because. So you pick the answer, either yes or no. Okay, if you're saying yes, then you take out that not. If you're saying no, then you keep in the not. And then you tell me the answer. Why or why not can a south magnetic pole and another south magnetic pole be attracted to each other? Finding then, you found RNA, then you find C, evidence from the text. According to the text on page 8, right? On page 8, it says blah, 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 blah. Find a quote. Then you explain, this supports my answer because, and then in conclusion, R.A.C.E.S. So you have this screen right here in front of you. Pause this screen, write down the questions that you're being asked, answer the questions using race. And by the way, you guys did an amazing job last week of really organizing your thinking. Timea, I saw you send me in a beautiful, just organized R.A.C.E.S. Dayon, once again, always on it. I saw yours online, Million, on it once again. Watch those quotes. So yeah, I saw a lot of some good work happening. And yeah, so pause the screen. Here are your questions for your writing portion of the week. Send me responses. I'll go ahead and put this on Edulastic now. So those of you who want to practice your typing, you can go right there to there, through Clever, same way that we've done it. If you forgot, look at the previous video. I show you a direct step-by-step way to get to Clever, get into Edulastic, and your new assignments always pop up. I'm going to have them in 2 different boxes. The first question will be there, and then the second one will be in a second response. So yeah, but either way, there's no excuse. You should have this to me either in a picture, text message, or through your Edulastic. I'll see it pop up. Alrighty. Good luck. I am available as always every Monday through Friday, 10 to 2, even if it's past 2 o'clock and you really are like, oh my gosh, Miss Jones, I really can't figure this out. Don't worry. Text me. Send me a text and let me know. If I'm free, I will call you back and we can go through it together. Do not feel overwhelmed or feel like you can't do this, so you're just not doing it. Like, if anything, if all else, call me, text me. You have to be doing your work. I don't want you guys to be falling behind. It's been 4 weeks now and we have a long time to go before you're back in school. So I need you guys to be doing your best. I'm here. I'm available. I love you guys. Stay staying safe, and I can't wait to hear from you.